Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here and welcome back to another Division video. Now if you cast your mind back to last week, you might remember that I uploaded a video talking about my recommendations for those of you wanting to assume the role of the tank. In short, a tank class video. The details spoken about in that video were a mix of both hands-on experience and a healthy dose of theory crafting. But you guys seemed to really enjoy it, you showed it some amazing support, so thank you very much for that. And with that in mind, I figured I'd make another one. In fact, this isn't just something I'm going to do a couple of videos on and then forget about. This is something I want to carry on into the full game. There are going to be loads of different ways to play, and that should lay the foundation for some pretty interesting builds. So I'm going to turn this into a series. Let's call it Best of Builds. And this week we're turning our attention to the medics out there, those of you that want to put your team first. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then a like would be super appreciated, and comment down below and let me know what you think. Now let's get started. First and foremost, before we take a look at the skills, we need to talk about attributes. For a medic, there's really only one attribute that matters, and that is electronics. The electronics attribute affects your skill power, and the greater your skill power, the more effective your skills are, and in the case of a medic, that means you're going to be able to provide a much better quality heal. So while yes, you could argue that you want, say, a bit of stamina for survivability, or a bit of firearms so you can deal some damage between heals, ultimately, if you're going to go all in and assume the role of a medic, then electronics is the way to go. Now let's talk about skills. This one is actually pretty easy. There are 3 healing skills, and you can equip 3 skills. So we're going to grab all of them. The first one is going to be First Aid. This, as you know, heals all allies within a small radius, and this can either be used on yourself or fired at range. As for mods, well, to be honest, all the mods for the First Aid skill are good, and could be of use in a medic build. You can revive, overheal, or provide a damage increase on top. However, given that we have got other healing options too, I'm going to suggest the Defibrillator mod, because this allows the First Aid skill to revive downed allies and grant them a portion of their normal health. And the nice thing about having this on the First Aid gun is that you can fire it. You don't actually have to leave cover to go and get your teammates up. So you simply see them down, shoot them, and they're back in the action. Now moving on from there, your second skill is going to be Support Station. This drops the support station that heals allies in the radius, and it can also be used to revive downed allies too. But for the latter one, you're going to need a mod. The first mod, Life Support, will automatically revive any ally who is downed within the affected area, and because the support station remains active for a while, it does of course mean that your downed teammate could simply crawl into the circle and effectively revive themselves. However, given that we already have Revive on First Aid, there's no point doubling up and adding it to this, it's just a waste of potential. So for this, I'd actually recommend Ammo Cache. While close to this device, allies regain their ammo as they reload, but also skill cooldown recovery is faster, which is great for you because if you've just used First Aid to heal or revive someone, standing inside the support station area will speed up the cooldown on your first skill. And finally, your signature skill is obviously going to be Recovery Link. This heals and cures the user and nearby allies, but it can also be used to revive allies within range, and it can also overheal beyond the maximum health. So, those are your skills, but as you guys know, it doesn't end there. You also have talents. You can equip 4 in total, and these are the 4 I'd recommend. Firstly, you have Triage. This will reduce skill cooldowns by 15% when you heal an ally, which is again useful because as a medic, you ideally always want to have a heal skill ready so you can help out your team. Following on from there, I'd take Battle Buddy, where if you revive a downed agent, you reduce incoming damage by 50% for 10 seconds for both players, and that's especially useful if you revive them at range and they perhaps only have a portion of their health and they're in the middle of the action. Moving on from there, we have Combat Medic, where you can use a medkit near allies to heal group members and proxies within 20 meters by 40%, so in the event your skills are on cooldown, you can still be useful with medkits. And finally, I take Critical Save. Use a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. This is mainly useful if you have to, for some reason, make a dash to a teammate to physically revive them, maybe your skills are on cooldown, then at least you'll have some cover on the way back, especially given you'll likely have low health if you went all in electronics. And that's pretty much it. That is my suggestion for a medic build. Now do bear in mind, if this is the first one of these videos you're seeing, this isn't really a build you do solo, this is more for those of you that want to play as a team and perhaps want to assume the slightly more conventional or traditional RPG roles. If there's a particular build that you'd like to see, then let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to cover it. And of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, then a like would be super appreciated. Thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.